So now y'all mad at Trump for cleaning up DC, cleaning up the nation's capital. And I think it's crazy, especially if you a DMV native. When we go out and do things, we typically go to DC. We all have seen some BS in DC. I've lost friends to in DC. I've been out partying and gunshots in DC. Then you go somewhere like the Wharf to the Felipe Chow and people getting robbed at Felipe Chow. And I can continue, but I ain't really trying to go there today. But it ain't safe, and you can't even really enjoy yourself, man. Oh, one more. They said the Capital One Arena is the most dangerous arena in the country. And if you've been down there in Gallery Place, you already know. So knowing that these things affect us and affect our safety, especially y'all with kids, how can you get mad at that? Like, I promise y'all, and listen, I'm in the middle. I don't rock with either party. But if Biden or Kamala was doing this, y'all would be happy. Real talk. Like, y'all know the little young YNs is out of control, man. And y'all sick of them too. But again, y'all just like to be outraged about anything.
Welcome back. Breaking news. Fox News has confirmed the Justice Department is now investigating whether crime data in Washington, D.C. was manipulated to make it look lower. David Spunts at the DOJ this afternoon. David, what can you tell us about the investigation?
Well, hi, Jillian. Two sources briefed on the probe tell us that, yes, the Justice Department is investigating whether or not someone or multiple people may have manipulated crime data when it comes to Washington, D.C. crime statistics. This investigation is being run out of U.S. Attorney Jeanine Pirro's office here in D.C. Also, Maine DOJ, where I'm sitting now and speaking to you, also has a hand in this probe. Again, these are just allegations. President Trump mentioned something about it yesterday on Truth Social and said that there is an investigation underway. Then we were able to confirm that as well from two independent sources. I will note, if you go on the DC web, 26% from what it was last year. But we asked, after seeing a report from a local affiliate here in Washington, D.C., that a police sergeant was put on leave. We asked, MPD said that they could not confirm the existence of an investigation, but not many other details other than to say right now there is a DOJ investigation into the possibility that some of that crime data was manipulated to make things look actually safer than it was.
Yes, this has been a problem to Libras. Since Trump took up this decision to do this, the Libras are melting down every single day. People living in this area, they are confirming from videos I've seen, like, for 7 days straight, they have not seen any problem. Like, everywhere is becoming clean. I don't understand why this is becoming a problem to a lot of people. When you take a look at this, President Donald Trump announced on August 21st that he would join the Metropolitan Police Department and National Guard troops to patrol Washington, D.C. street as part of the administration's federal crackdown on crime. Okay, a lot of data came out. When you take a look at despite officials' data showing a 26 to 35% decrease in violent crime in the city, the move followed his earlier decision to federalize the DC police and deploy hundreds of National Guard members. People don't get this. I don't always like to believe in all these statistics, reasons. They are now investigating to see if they were faking these numbers. Every day you get up, oh, this has happened, then.
You know, I'm happy for the residents of DC because for the first time ever, there's not really any overt crime happening in DC. For the first time, murders. For the first time, there's not a bunch of gangs. For the first time in many, many decades, these people can actually go outside and they don't have to climb over homeless people. They don't have to hold their kids' hand and tell them to step around the and piss that the homeless leave on the side of the road. That there aren't a bunch of people outside in the middle of the street drinking with their 40s and shit like that. That there aren't a bunch of shell casings little kids have to walk over. Yes, finally, the ordinary residents of DC, the ordinary, people like you and me, our community, can actually break. These children can actually go outside. They're not going to end up or on t-shirts. For the first time, their parents can take their hand and walk them to the park and not have to explicitly worry about them being blocked. Yes, I'm happy that DC is being taken over. I'm happy the FBI, I'm happy the people of DC get a chance to breathe. They get a chance to go outside. These kids get a chance to walk to the park without dying. That's what you're missing. The people that live in these specific streets, these specific blocks, these specific areas are happy that they don't have to deal riffraff anymore, are happy they don't have to deal with people that would rather share their own community than do something better with their life. This is the first time in forever they're probably able to breathe. This is the first time in forever I haven't seen a bunch of gangs happen. Kids' lives have been saved because of the extra police presence. And that's what you guys are forgetting. Children's lives have been saved. Teenagers' lives have been saved. Young adult lives have been saved. You understand the amount of gang has not taken place since there has been extra support in DC? A lot of lives have been saved. And people are overlooking that.
Why are the Democrats literally defending crime?
Yes, I don't understand why a normal human being thinking, okay, we'll oppose this. I don't get it. Not everything people need to politicize. Sometimes you need to allow things like this to happen. Give credit where it is due. Not everything you have to criticize. Democrat made sure that every little thing that Trump is doing, they criticize it. Like they should just make like there's no effort. There is nothing absurd, to discredit them. People on the ground, they understand what they have been facing. No matter the statistics that you put down, tell me, oh, for a long time now, oh, the statistic has dropped down. It doesn't matter. That fear has always been in people. And even it happens twice in 1 month, people are still scared because you can be the scapegoat in some days. Now people are feeling free to move around. But they can still give the credit to Trump. That is where I have a problem.
Concerned about that. And not only that, I'm concerned about the way he is rolling that out in Washington, D.C., which is essentially going after young black and brown youth in Washington, D.C., imposing a curfew, saying that if they violate the curfew, the parents could be charged $500, saying that the kids could be detained and arrested. We've tried those policies before. They do not work. And it's my understanding that crime was going down in Washington, D.C. So what is the purpose of this?
I've been seeing a lot of atrocity, a lot of innocent children, a lot of innocent babies, and there's nothing done about it.
With no reason.
While much of the effort so far appears to have focused on areas closer to the White House, federal agents have shown up in some high crime areas of the city, but some residents aren't happy about it.
They started pulling up, just instantly hopped out, started harassing us, put one of my homies in handcuffs.
This 19-year-old who asked us not to use his name lives in Ward 8 in southeast Washington, which has among the highest crime rates in the city. Last week, he recorded this video showing agents from multiple agencies at this housing complex, where he says he and his friends were simply hanging out late into the evening.
But just ourselves to protect and make sure everybody was good. They just basically harassing us for real.
People getting pulled over left and right. I seen checkpoints everywhere. I felt like I was in a foreign country.
Nathaniel.
Our report caught the attention of President Trump, who mentioned it at his news conference a week ago Monday, and last night posted to Truth Social that the D.C. Police Department was under serious investigation. But in an interview last week with News 4's Mark Seagraves, D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser said the D.C. Police Internal Affairs investigation into changing crime stats was only focused on Commander Pulliam.
I think that what Paul's reporting revealed is that the chief of police had concerns about one commander, investigated all 7 districts, and verified that the concern was with one person. So,
yes. When you take a look at this stat here, you can clearly see that it is going down. What Trump has done within this 1 week, It's amazing to some people, though there are still people that will stand up and criticize everything he's doing. I don't want to analyze people criticizing this decision. Just the joy I see in some people's faces is enough. Forget about politics. Any politician that is coming out to criticize this decision is simply because they are scared that, oh, maybe in times of campaign, they will be bringing these statistics to use. People will be happy to see how they're living now without these crimes happening. That's why you see Democrat would obviously not want that things like this should happen. But it is crazy. You cannot do it to the detriment of people in your community. I will end here. Thank you guys for always being there sharing on my videos. If you notice, the views on this channel are down simply because the kind of videos I used to put, we don't get that news again, but we will continue. That is not a limiting factor.
Crime stats are accurate.
That's extraordinary. What is the motivation? Why are these commanders or higher ups arriving on the scene?
Because I had a gay professor in college.
Get a driver's license.
Yeah, you got.
What a voice! I cried. But
any barriers, don't mind making this easy. People line up for my advice, and you're walking away like I'm stupid. It's like I line up.
It is to live in the White House.
Post this morning alleging that since I said I
will prevail.
It also shouldn't be racial. 100
has been overwhelming. The lies and
not going to end.
He says, but what if he says self-defense?
There's no self-defense. This is definitely a self-defense case. Was it
Registration Act?
You will be very.
Once again, the field was littered with Wintour does.
And black people don't want to live around ratchet black.
How bad is his reputation going to be?
It's bad.
You need to connect the dots.
Going to carry a level of weight.
Since we're talking about integrity, I'm confused as to